Now we will practice a writing activity. Read this passage. Then you will be asked to write at least 2 paragraphs based on this passage. You may now read this passage to yourself as I read it out loud. Smaller world, higher food prices. A century ago in the United States, a gallon of milk cost just 30 cents. Today, it costs an average of $3.50. A dozen eggs were just 37 cents, and now they cost $1.90. The prices of milk and eggs are 2 examples of how all food prices have risen over the last 100 years. Changes in the value of money were a main reason for food price increases. The cost of many items like clothing and houses also rose. Food costs continue to rise. In the United States, they increased by about 5% in 2011 alone. Today, globalization is an important reason food costs keep increasing. Globalization means countries all over the world have become closely connected to one another through communication and the exchange of products. People, money, goods, and services are constantly moving between countries. As a result, any change in one country can quickly affect what happens in another country because countries are no longer isolated from one another. Globalization provides American consumers with a variety of items they can purchase, such as fish raised in Asia, cheese made in Europe, and fruit grown in South America. They can purchase foods during a single visit to their local grocery store and not even think about where the food originated. The United States also exports many foods, including grains and milk, to other countries. People living on the other side of the world now eat bread that was made from wheat grown in the United States. As food is shipped all over the globe, changes in one country affect prices in other countries. Another reason food costs are rising today is the growing population of the world. India and China have the fastest growing populations. The increase in the number of people in these countries is causing a higher need for food. When need increases, prices usually rise as well. Prices also rise when supply, the amount of food available, becomes lower. As more people consume more food, the supply decreases unless producers can grow more. The number of people in the world is higher than ever, and it keeps growing. This is another reason food prices are increasing. Issues that affect the price of one food also affect the prices of other foods. For example, when grain costs rise because of increased demand, the cost of meat also rises. This happens because the farmers who raise the animals have to pay more for the grain to feed them. For example, in 2007, there was a shortage of water or drought in Australia. This drought resulted in higher grain prices, and it also caused the price of meat to become more expensive all over the world. The United States' connection to other countries can affect food prices in other ways. In 2012, the United States imported 40% of its oil supplies from other countries. When the price of oil rose overseas, it also caused the cost of food to rise. This happened because U.S. food producers had to pay more for the fuel they use to operate farming equipment. As countries become even more connected to one another, globalization increases. This is good for many consumers. Average Americans can choose from a variety of food that was unimaginable in the past. They can buy fresh fruits and vegetables even when snow covers the ground. Although globalization can cause food prices to increase, consumers in the United States still benefit from globalization. Now I will read these directions. Please follow along. The passage Smaller World, Higher Food Prices describes globalization and its effects on people everywhere. Think about some of the positive and negative effects of globalization. Write at least 2 paragraphs in your own words to explain the positive and negative effects of globalization. Use your own ideas and ideas from the passage to help you. In your essay, be sure to, number 1, write about the topic. Plan your writing from beginning to end. Use your own ideas and ideas from the passage. Support your answer with details. Use complete sentences. And check your writing for grammar, capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. In the box below, explain the positive and negative effects of globalization. Remember to use your own ideas and ideas from the passage to help you.